Hey, this is Scott from Harvest Helper, and I'm here with Alicia from Harvest Helper, and today we're going to be talking about prices in the cannabis industry as far as wholesale and retail prices in the cannabis industry. Alicia has experience through both. You've worked in grows in Oklahoma and you've worked in retail in Oklahoma.
Yep.
What are some of the prices like?
So
let's start with wholesale.
Wholesale prices for a dispensary owner who is buying indoor, now you can go as high as I think like 2,000 would probably be the highest now.
Oh, okay.
For like some gas, and if you want to get some mid or lows, it's probably 1,400 to 1,800
okay.
a pound.
Nice.
And then for outdoor stuff, I would say about 1,400 now for the top, and as low as 700 or 600 for the bottom.
Nice.
Yep.
And then what about as far as retail prices go? Like, as a consumer going into the dispensary, you're not allowed to buy more than, I think, what, an ounce at a time?
3 ounces.
3 ounces. But you still buy it at a unit price of an ounce, right?
Yes.
So how much would an ounce of gas be at?
So for an ounce of some gas, you're looking at about $2.50 for an ounce. At the highest, probably $300.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so what about for mids?
For mids, you're looking at about $200 to $100 for an ounce, and then $150 to down to even like 80 for like the lowest grade for indoor.
Oh, okay. So all the way down to $80 an ounce for the lowest grade of indoor?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty low, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. But some people are still getting a decent amount for their product if they've got, what, some branding or some reputation?
Yeah, for sure. If you do have the reputation, brand name, people know your weed is good, you can get probably like 2,400 at the most wholesale.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then $350 for an ounce for a patient, I think at the most. I don't know if I've seen any higher than that really.
Well, and I think maybe part of the reason why that you're seeing better prices in Oklahoma, even though there is so many farms, is because there's not so much tax involved that we have to consider into the price. When you look at a state like Washington, where they're doing like 33% or something like that,
yeah,
on a tax, you have to incorporate that into your cost of making that cannabis get to the dispensary and get out the door. It's a different price all of a sudden than what we're talking about.
Yep.
And how much would you say is indoor compared to the mids or the outdoor that's selling from the dispensary? Like, if you had to just roughly guess a percentage of how much indoor is it that sells compared to a mid or an outdoor grade?
So indoor is definitely selling at a higher rate than outdoor. Like,
that's what I was thinking too.
Personally, working at a dispensary, our mids and our low grade weeds, like our outdoor weeds, they would sit on the shelf for almost 5 months at a time. You know?
And it doesn't mean that people aren't using outdoor products from outdoor farms or greenhouse farms. It's just, I feel like they're using them in a different way. They're using them as extracts. That's where a lot of your
definitely.
extracts come from. The concentrate market and what people are dabbing on and what people are vaping on, that's a lot of what's getting made in those outdoor farms. And I think when an outdoor farm decides to go ahead and package their cannabis and put it on the shelf, you really got to come with some real fire to stand up against these guys that are doing the indoor and stuff out here, because it's going to get recognized pretty quickly.
For sure. And shake is such a big thing out here too.
I've seen that, where people buy whole bags of shake.
Oh, yes, it's so big. You know, the blunts are big out here in Oklahoma.
How much does the shake go for, do you know?
Oh my gosh. Anywhere from like $2 to $5 a gram. And there's usually not price breaks, so that's like all the way
Yeah.
up to an ounce.
Wow, so they actually sell small units of shake?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. And a lot of people buy it, especially if it's shake from some primo fire shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can mix that in with your good weed and makes it last longer.
I've seen that, not with shake, but I have seen shake, but I've seen bee buds in Washington kind of doing the same thing where you can get bee buds is what we call them, or you know, they give them different names and dragon babies and things like that are small nug of the same product that you would have on the shelf right above it. You know, it's literally the same strain from the same farm. It's just a smaller bud than the ones that are in the jar above it, twice the price.
Yep.
And I mind bee buds or whatever.
Right, it's the exact same stuff, just smaller buds. And you're getting less stems and stuff that way too, so really you can get more out of that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's a good point. Do you have any other thoughts or anything else on like what's going on in the cannabis industry as far as the retail or the selling of it?
Prices are dropping, they just keep dropping.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be, you know, it used to be pretty much normal for someone to spend like $350 to $450 for an ounce, and now it's like the norm is like $250. $250 to $300.
That's better on the consumer at least, and it seems like it's not so low though for the wholesale price that the grower can't still make it at least, because what we were talking about on the wholesale price, what, up to $2,000 a pound is what they're going to get wholesale a lot of times if they have a good reputation, if they can show that they can really grow some good stuff.
Yes.
And indoor, of course. So, yeah, I think this has been a really good conversation. I really appreciate you chatting with me. Thank you, Alicia. And if you guys have any more input or things we didn't cover on this, please leave it in the comments below. And thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time. Bye.